A Malian woman has given birth to 9 babies, in an extremely rare case and possible world first. 25-year-old Halima Cissé underwent a caesarean section in a hospital in Casablanca in Morocco. Doctors initially thought she expected septuplets. Malian health authorities flew her to Morocco in March for better healthcare. The 5 girls and 4 boys weigh between 500 grams and a kilogram and are being treated in incubators. After initial concerns, their 25-year-old mother is said to be doing well. The world record for the most children to survive a single birth is 8, born to an American woman nicknamed Octomom in 2009. The end of a nightmare. Almost 30 Nigerian students kidnapped 2 months ago have been freed. The group of 29 arrived at the police headquarters in the northern state of Kaduna on Wednesday. A heavily armed gang stormed their college on March the 11th, originally abducting 39 students. Security forces found 10 of them in the following weeks, but the whereabouts of the remaining 29 had been uncertain. The circumstances around their release are unclear. It came a day after their relatives protested in the capital Abuja to demand that the government take action.
Even my worst enemy, I will not pray for that person to experience what we are experiencing now, what we have already experienced and what we are experiencing now. Even my worst enemy, because it is not easy.
Heavily armed gangs are a major security threat in northwest and central Nigeria. Abductions for ransom at rural schools and universities have become frequent. President Muhammadu Buhari has come under fire for failing to control the violence. Last month, 20 students and staff were snatched at a private university elsewhere in Kaduna State. 5 of the kidnapped students were killed afterwards. Victims are usually freed shortly after negotiations with authorities, though officials deny paying the kidnappers. 6 northern Nigerian states have shut public schools to prevent further attacks on students. For many Algerians, this year's Ramadan fast is especially challenging. Food shortages have driven prices up.
Potatoes have very quickly become very expensive. Their price was accessible to all, and then suddenly they became very expensive. Why? Is it gold? No. Everything has become overpriced. Chicken, red meat, everything. It is only bread that has not seen a price increase.
The shortages only aggravate earlier problems. Algeria's oil revenues collapsed last year, slashing a key source of revenue. Add to that the coronavirus pandemic and restrictions on street traders. In the capital, Algiers, charity workers give away meals for iftar, the breaking of the fast after sunset.
This year, we've noticed that there are more families visiting. It's because of the coronavirus pandemic. Fathers are struggling because of the lack of work.
With unemployment at 15%, poverty and popular discontent are growing. For the second week in a row, police blocked a student protest on Tuesday. Several were arrested. Algeria is seeing an increase in repression in the run-up to legislative polls on June the 12th. UFC World Heavyweight Champion Francis Ngannou returned to a hero's welcome in his native country Cameroon last Wednesday. The French-Cameroonian mixed martial arts fighter visited his home village of Batié in the west of the country. Standing 193 centimeters tall and weighing 113 kilograms, he is the hardest recorded puncher in UFC history, a fearsome skill that has earned him the nickname the Predator.
I am not a legend. I am just a kid from the village who believed in himself and who has come back today. There's nothing that can describe what it feels like to be home.
On the 28th of March in Las Vegas, he became the first African to win the title of world champion in MMA's most prestigious division. Now more than ever, he is a role model for the young people who train in the Mixed Martial Arts Foundation he opened in Batié 2 years ago.
Darkness has fallen. It's time for these coal miners to start their shift. They work illegally, exploiting abandoned shafts which are no longer profitable near the town of Ermelo in the east of South Africa. They are called Zama Zama in the local Zulu language. It means those who try and try. For 31-year-old miner Boinkosi, the term does not do them justice.
Zama Zama, it means like we are trying to take out the coal, but we are not trying. We are married it because here it is. We are taking out. At least we can call us maybe a small scale mining.
Boinkosi has been digging coal for over a decade. After digging for hours, he carries the 50-kilogram bags to the surface. It will earn him around 250 rand, the equivalent of $18. Miners like Boinkosi don't have permits, but local authorities tolerate the activity to an extent.
All I'm doing here, I'm not stealing from anybody. No one can tell me this is his or her code.
Unemployment in South Africa is above 30%. Driven to desperation, thousands of informal miners like Boinkosi risk their lives in unsafe shafts. Every year, some of these miners die under collapsed tunnels or undetectable toxic gas. It is Boinkosi's biggest fear.
You just collapse. The power goes off. Your body becomes so weak. Then you collapse. Then if no one gets you out of here, that means you're gone.
In this part of South Africa, coal is everywhere. It's used in power stations and to fuel stoves in homes. It's in the air that the miners and their families breathe. But some things are worse than that.
Hunger hits better than pollution, so I can't say it's right, but it's not good. But for us, ouch, we're sorry for the next generation because we're suffering now. I think they're gonna suffer as well.
In 2018, Greenpeace found that the air in the surrounding province of Mpumalanga was the most polluted in the world. But as a testimony to the struggle for survival, coal is the easiest option for townships without electricity, and the miners who risk their lives to fetch it.